Hi, Ukok here again, and thank you for joining me. If you saw the last video, I was talking about the broad beans and how I think are they called fava beans or fava beans in America, and we call them broad beans over here in England and possibly elsewhere throughout the world. And anyway, the beans had gone over this morning. They just kind of flopped over, so I thought I would take all of the pods off, which I did. And of course there's the beautiful broad beans inside the pods, so there's over £1 in weight of lovely fresh broad beans, which I shall blanch and then freeze. But then you look at this pile of leftovers from the beans, and okay, they could go on the compost heap, and that would be great if they did, and it would provide nutrients in the compost heap and what have you. But I discovered a recipe on the internet last week about deep frying them, and I thought I'd have a go. So today I've made up this batter, and in it there are a few of the broad bean pods just in there at the moment, but in there all I've used is 1 cup of self-raising flour and 1.5 cups of milk, and I've also used a pinch of crushed chilies, whole cumin, pepper, cayenne pepper, and salt. And this isn't actually following the recipe because it was page not found when I actually tried to find it again. So unfortunately, I've had to make my own recipe, and hopefully it will be just as good. So right now we're going to put some of these. I've just popped them in just to save time. So I'm now going to. There's Bella in the background. Of course, you always have to hear my lovely doggy. So I'm going to take these out and pop them into some hot fats. This is actually virgin. Well, actually, it's pumice oil, which is vegetable and virgin olive oil. So I'm just going to pop them in. This is just the pods, remember, and they're perfectly edible. There's absolutely nothing wrong with eating the pods. So I consider it quite a waste, really, just to shove it all on the compost. And you can always just leave the roots of the broad beans or peas or whatever on the compost. Or in the ground wherever you've grown the broad beans, and then just just use these to cook them, and so that nothing is wasted. I mean, I don't like wasting food, and hopefully it won't be such a disaster. They're coming up quite nicely, aren't they? I suppose the proof of the pudding's in the eating, so they say. I think those two are done. So as you can see, they're deep fried, and I'll taste one in a minute when they've cooled down, and I promise they won't lie. If they're gross, I'll admit that they're gross. Just put some kitchen roll there for drainage. Obviously I've got a mountain of broad bean pods to do, so I'm just going to show you these ones that I do, and then I'll turn the video off and get on with making the rest of them. They look quite nice. Let's take this last one out. Okay, right, so let's have a look. They're still quite hot. Okay, they're still quite hot, but I'm going to taste one. Okay, I don't know if you can. This is very out of focus. I'm just using my camera phone. Well, my phone, which has a video element to it. So I'm just going to try one, okay? They are, no word of a lie, absolutely delicious. Sorry, I know people, don't like munchy noises of other people eating, but they really are truly Very, very tasty. They're very tasty, and I would consider it a serious waste to have dumped these on a compost heap. They're lovely. Okay. I have a mountain of pods to contend with here. Excuse me. So I'm going to carry on now and leave you to it, and hopefully you can give this recipe a go. Remember, it's just 1 cup of self-raising flour. Don't know what the American equivalent is. Sorry. 1.5 cups of milk. I've used semi-skimmed. I've used maybe a half quarter teaspoon of cumin, of crushed chilies, of black pepper, and of salt. I would say when they come out of the pan like this, salt them again, because if it's to your taste to do so. I quite like salt. I know it's I have got high blood pressure and it's not great for that, but I do think they need a little bit more salt, and I think that'll be perfect then. Okay, I'm going to go and finish the mountain of pods off. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully you'll have a go at this yourself and let me know in the comment box if you do. Thanks very much. Bye.